Wasim Al-Sawala. Hey, Brad, I miss you. Brad, please tell us if there's hope to reduce the backlog in the next couple months. Well, nobody knows for sure. If you're talking about the visa bulletin backlog, nobody knows 100% for sure. But come October, there's a new government fiscal year, which means a whole new set of green cards become available. And it's usually October, November, December, January, where the visa bulletin moves much faster. If you're just talking about general backlog and malaise at the Immigration Service and the National Visa Center and the U.S. Embassy, I don't think there's much hope in the next few months. They've got a huge backlog still to cover. But in terms of visa bulletin pushing the priority dates forward, probably October, November, December. That's usually when it happens. Mohammed. Hey, Brad, it's 55 days since USCIS received my request for more evidence, the medical, which is the I-693 for my I-45 based on asylum, and no decision yet. Can I sue them? What are my options? I'm tired of waiting. Yeah, you're anxious to sue. 55 days. I know you're waiting a long time. You're right at the end. Immigration Service has, by rules and regulations, 120 days to make a decision after an RFE. So you are nowhere near suing them yet. And on day 121, it's hard to say they violated your rights after one day. But generally, if it's just the medical, I would assume between now and the next couple of months, you're going to be done. If the end of the winter happens, and we're talking now March, April of next year, and they still haven't given you your green card, ask me that same question again. I may give you a different answer. Pause 335I. Hey, so me and my wife are going to the green card process, and she's overstayed her J1 visa. We have an attorney, and the attorney says she's able to work and use her social after 6 months. Well, if you're a U.S. citizen, the fact that she works and uses her social after one day is not going to prevent her from getting a green card. So I don't know where 6 months came from. If she has a social security number and you're a U.S. citizen, you're filing an adjustment, let her work. Let her pay taxes. Why not? It's not going to prevent her from getting a green card. She should get a work permit in about 6 months or so. Maybe that's what the attorney was saying. Vanessa Lewis. Hey, Brad, I got married to a green card holder, but entered the United States on an H-2B visa. My case got denied because it wasn't filed properly. However, my husband has been abusive for 2 years. What could I do? What can you do? Two things. One, get out of there. Who needs to stay with an abusive spouse? There's no requirement for you to stay with an abusive spouse. No one deserves to stay with an abusive spouse. And quite frankly, you're going to get a green card whether you live there or not if you file an abuse spouse case. So I'd file a VAWA immediately and I'd move out. No one deserves to be abused, period. No matter what the reasons. Abuse is, there's no reason for it ever. So move out. That man doesn't deserve for you to be around. And then we're going to file a VAWA and get you a green card. And Darryl Winnabow, I'm at school as an F1 student, but can I work with my approved work permit from the I-485? If you filed an I-45, you are no longer an F1 student. You are a pending I-485. So yeah, go work because you're no longer on a student visa. You're on a pending adjustment. So go for it. Delicious. Delicious. Says, hi, Brad. My son got married to a U.S. citizen and about to do his paperwork, but he wants to do an I-130 for his 11-year-old daughter in Jamaica, but she did not get his last name. Her mom gave her another man's name. Well, as long as your son marries a U.S. citizen spouse, that U.S. citizen spouse is going to file as a stepmother. And to get approved as a stepmother, you need to show two things. One, the marriage happened before the daughter turned 18, which is the case. And two, you're the biological father. And how do you prove you're the biological father? You'll end up taking a DNA test. And if the DNA test comes back that you're the dad and it's done through immigration, that case is going to get approved no matter what man's name is on the birth certificate. Let me see if I can get above this question here. Hi, sir. Good afternoon. I came to the USA on a B2 visa in 2015 and applied for asylum. Due to backlog of asylum case, I applied for EB3. I filed a labor cert, I-140. I-140 was approved, and then I-45 filed January 2023. But same case, my friend got denied letter. He and me came same time and applied for asylum same time, but he applied EB3 before me. In his decision letter, USCIS mentions asylum is not a legal status. Well, there's case law that says asylum is a legal status. So I disagree, and maybe you should have a consultation with me. Latoya Hall, hello, good day. I came through the border and got paroled. I'm in New York. Safe to go to Florida to get married? Yes, it is. Go to Florida and get married. Governor Ron DeSantis is not immigration. He can't do much to you. He can scare you in the news, but he can't do much to you otherwise other than that. Andrea MC. Hi, Brad. I'm a U.S. citizen. How long does it take to file for my siblings in Jamaica? Also, if one is a British citizen, doesn't matter whether they're in Jamaica, whether they're a British citizen. Unfortunately, it's going to take over a decade, probably closer to 15 years. Thanks for watching. For more Brad Show Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.